Hello, everybody, and welcome to Black Fridays. Technically White Fridays for today. You will be the judge of that by the end of this. Probably White Fridays, but whatever. I'm filling in for Dark Boo for this week because we are doing our cool little switch-ups for the Lost Levels videos. I don't have anything specific to rant about, specifically in terms of this week. In terms of anything crazy going on in my life. It's been kind of mellow. So what I'm going to do instead is take a look at my top 3 pet peeves. Okay, so first off, probably my number 1 pet peeve, and first of the 3, is people chewing food. Let's start with the basics. If you have food in your mouth and you are chewing it to consume it, your mouth should be shut. Period. First of all, it's rude. If you are, in the public, with people, with family, friends, maybe not family, but, well, yes, with family. It depends what kind of family you have. But regardless, you should have your mouth shut. Nobody wants to look up, see you just chomping away, mouth wide open, gaping, food flying out. You're just seeing everything that's going on in there. That's just not something some people want to see. Especially in public when you don't know people. Or even if you know them, it's kind of like, I'm trying to look at my food, but I'm seeing this, and no, don't do that. So that's basic. Just keep your mouth shut. But whatever, people don't. Whatever, we'll try to live with that. Okay, but then people have, I don't know, when you have food in your mouth, please don't try to speak to anybody. We don't need the food flying across the room because you're spitting it all out as you're trying to get that one sentence out. Again, it's just rude and it's kind of disgusting. And to continue on with chewing, this is more where my pet peeve stems from, is when people chew gum with their mouth open. Especially people who like to chew the gum really slowly, like, and that's all they do. They just sit there and say, oh, it's just, please just don't do that. It's rude, it's super annoying, and I don't know, you look like a cow and you don't want to do that. I literally just want to ask people, like, do you want me to send you back to the pasture? Like, what is going on? What are you chewing on? Just close your mouth. So, I mean, when people do this, I can brush it aside. I won't say anything, but it's annoying, And I'm sure it'll get to the point where someone will snap and they'll just be like, oh! Yes, so that's my first pet peeve. My second pet peeve is when you are talking to somebody, whether it's a family, friend, someone you don't know, and they start to use the phone during your conversation. That should sound off to you already. I mean, you are talking to another human being. You are in the presence of somebody else. Your attention and focus should be on that person. You should not be looking at an electronic device or whatever, what have you, when someone is speaking to you. That's disrespectful. It's rude. All these things, all these pet peeves they're kind of rude. But if someone is speaking to you, you should have your full attention, or at least most of your attention, or at least show that you're listening, But when you blatantly pull out your phone and, someone's trying to, tell you their life story and you're just playing away. Sometimes people don't even text. They're just surfing the web or something. It's like, whoa, come on now. There is somebody in front of you. Especially I've seen this happen before where 2 people, let's say 2 good friends, are sitting at a table and both of them are just on their phones in silence. And it kind of boggles my mind for a second. Like, there's a human person in front of you. You should be talking to that person, or at least acknowledging their I don't know. It's just, if you have people around you, you should be focusing on them. You have time for your electronics later, when when you're out of that situation. And I understand emergencies and whatnot. Like, yes, emergencies do happen, or you are expecting an important call or whatever, and that's understandable. But sometimes people, you have an important call coming, they don't even say excuse me. They just, and even if it's not an important call, they just pick it up right in the middle of your discussion. It's so, I don't know. It's something to think about. It's definitely a pet peeve of mine. I don't say anything about it. I'm just kind of like, come on now. If it gets to a point, I'm like, okay, I'm here. Please don't use your phone anymore, because that seems to be who you're hanging out with. So please stop. Yes. So note to everybody, please just refrain from that, because it sucks. And my third pet peeve, and again, I'm sure I have plenty of pet peeves that I can't think of right now, but these are my top 3. My third one would be when you're watching a movie. This doesn't have to be in the movie theaters, because this usually happens when you're at home. You're watching a movie with other people, and not only do people talk during the movie, but they begin to quote the movie. Oh, that's so annoying. I don't know if this is considered rude, but it's annoying. Oh, man. I understand you've told me that you've seen this movie 1,000 times. That's great. But please don't quote every line as it's happening. I'm watching the movie, and that's what I'm doing. I'm watching the movie. I am not watching the movie with commentary. I'm not watching the movie with a change of dialogue. I'm not watching you. No offense, I'm watching this movie, and we are watching this movie, so you should too. So in the nicest way, keep your mouth shut when we're watching a movie. I mean, I understand people asking questions and making little comments, they're nothing bad. But, I mean, constantly talking, constantly even asking questions, you should keep your questions to the minimum. I mean, you should ask them later if you have so many. But especially the quoting. Please don't quote your movies. I know Finding Nemo, I know you've seen it 100 times. I like to hear the actual actors say it. That's why I'm watching the movie. Yes, so just quick review. Chewing for my first pet peeve, with your mouth open and chewing like a cow. Please don't do that. Texting or using your phone, calling people in the middle of a conversation. Please don't do that. And quoting and talking way too much during movies. Again, please don't do that. It sucks. So I guess that's technically my rant. I don't really get too angry about these things. I can deal with it. Annoys me, definitely, but I don't know, I can deal with it. But yeah, so I don't know, you guys can decide whether that was Black Fridays or White Fridays. However you want to see it, go ahead, I don't care. And yeah, that's it for this whole week, I guess. I hope you guys enjoyed the switch ups, and we will be back to the normal schedule on Monday with Toadette and her Mushroom Mondays. See ya!